was the first time we'd ever met in person, and then I got her like to sleep with my roommates. Hey guys, it's Kai, and holy shit.
Why are you such a copycat?
Wow, I didn't even know how to preface this video because this story is so crazy. Like, I'm not even sure exactly what I'm gonna title it. I have kind of an idea, but I don't know exactly, but like, it's not clickbait. Like what? And it involves my crazy ex-roommates from 2015 who I said I was gonna do like a whole series of story times on, and only ever wound up actually doing one story time. Listen, okay, I'm sorry, I just wound up with a lot of other crazy shit happening, and then I wasn't really filming story times for a while, and it's not important, okay, but we're gonna talk about them today. So this story time is about Susan and Rick, and then also my friend who we'll call Tiffany. Tiff for short. So, I guess like without further ado, let's just go ahead and get into it. So, okay, like I said, this story involves Susan and Rick and then my friend Tiff, and I met Tiff through another friend. So, like, I had never actually met her in person at this point, but I had like met her on Facebook because of my friend that I met her through, and so we were like talking on Facebook sometimes, like usually in comments, occasionally messages, but mostly like we didn't really talk. Oh, also, quick side note, today is the day that the pumpkin spice came back, and I'm basic, okay, I'm a basic ass bitch, but I made a trip down to Starbucks to get pumpkin spice, and then I drank all of it before I even started filming, even though I set up to film before I even got back. And yeah, so I just poured cold brew and almond milk in this to, you know, let me have something to sip on, because tea is not caffeinated enough for this story, and I can't not have a drink. Sips sassily, sips with sass. Sass sips, I don't know, okay? Oh no, I got coffee on my shirt. We're off to a great start. Okay, so like I said, at this point, Tiff and I had not actually met in person. This was back in 2015, like I said, when I lived with my crazy ex-roommates, and it also happened to be right around the time when I had just figured out that I was into girls. Because hi, if you don't know, I'm bisexual, what's up? But yeah, so, oops. This name is too close to hers, but it's fine. I don't know why I chose it, but I feel like it's too late now. So when this story takes place, I feel like this is just a lot of exposition, but this was right before Pride was supposed to happen in Charlotte, North Carolina, which is where I'm from. Shout out from the 704. I hate myself for doing that, oh god. But Pride was about to happen, and I was still trying to bond with my roommates. Not gonna lie, I had a crush on Susan. It is what it is. I also kind of had a crush on Tiff. It is what it is. Tiff, if you're watching this, hi, this is a little awkward, but real gay. She's actually married now, and she and her husband are pretty cute, and I'm excited about that. But at the time, I was like, she cute, but also I can't like her because she's my friend's friend, and that would be weird. So anyway, we decided we wanted to go to Pride together. I almost said prom. Oh my god, I'm all over the place. Maybe I should have waited to drink my coffee until during, because I'm like, caffeine. Anyway, we decided that we wanted to go to Pride together, and she lived all the way down in, I don't remember where exactly in South Carolina, but it was like 2 hours from where I lived, but my apartment was about 45 minutes from Charlotte, which is where Pride was going to be held. So the plan was that my friend and I were going to get in my car and drive down to pick up Tiff, and then we were going to go to Charlotte and meet up with Susan and Rick, who were going together in their own car so that they could leave early if they wanted to and whatever, and because Tiff lived like so far away, you know, she was planning on staying the night anyway, but I don't know, I guess like just in case they just wanted to like make sure they had their own rides, whatever. So, this is my first ever Pride, and listen, okay, the whole point of Pride is being obnoxious and covered in rainbows. I wore one in solidarity with the story time today, also just because I'm gay and I love rainbows and they make me happy, but I digress. Oh my god. So Susan and I actually went shopping together like a week or so beforehand to pick up outfits and stuff, and I don't think it was like on purpose. Like, she wanted to get outfits for Pride. I wasn't planning on buying anything because I was very broke at the time, and I was like, I'll just put on as many rainbow things as I have. But while we were out, oh shoot, I should have worn that shirt. Oh, that would have been funny. It's too tight on me now that it doesn't fit me anymore. But we went to the mall and we wound up going inside of Spencer's, and it was like, again, shortly after the marriage equality bill had passed. It was that same year. That was also the year I came out and all that other stuff. So when we went into Spencer's, there were these tank tops that said "Love Wins" with a big like rainbow heart on it, and they also had rainbow tutus. And Susan was obsessed with these tank tops and tutus. I thought they were cute, but again, like, I wasn't about to spend 25 bucks on a tank top just because it said gay stuff on it. Now I probably would, but back then I was like, there's no reason for that. I feel like she wound up actually buying me the tank top and the tutu, or did she buy one and I bought the other. I really don't remember. She definitely bought me one of them. Regardless, Susan and I had the same exact outfit for Pride, bought from the same exact place at the same exact time. It was a very gay time. And again, I kind of had a crush on Susan. She was with Rick, so it was whatever. Like, I wasn't gonna try and move in. I wouldn't know how to anyway. And also now looking back, very glad that I never tried to make a move, but regardless, I was very excited. So I was going to go to Pride with Rick and Susan and also with Tiff, and I had a crush on 2 of those people and also my friend, and so it was gonna be a really good time. I was really excited. So I picked up my friend, I believe the night before, and then we went the next morning to go pick up Tiff after we did our makeup and stuff, and then the 3 of us drove down to Charlotte where we were gonna go to Pride and then meet up with Susan and Rick later. We did, and it was a whole lot of fun. There was a lot of gay shit going on. I remember at one point it started raining while we were in the middle of like this like dance area, and we all just like started dancing in the rain, and it was honestly the best part of the whole night, and still one of my favorite memories. Which even after everything says a lot that that was one of my favorite memories, but wow, that was a fun time. Like oh my god, it was so good. But I do want to quickly say that there were multiple times that Tiff looked at me and was like, oh my god, Susan is so hot. Like, holy crap, Susan's hot. And Tiff is pansexual. And I'm, again, bisexual. And at the time, my other friend was actually identifying as pansexual too. It's a whole thing. I believe Susan was also bisexual. I think Rick was the only straight one out of all of us. I hate Rick. Even to this day, I hate Rick. It's fine. Anyway, there were a lot of points during the day when Tiff would come over to me and say like how hot Susan was, and I would always agree with her because again, I also had a crush on Susan, and I had a crush on Tiff, and I had a crush on Susan and Tiff and Susan and Tiff and Susan, whatever. So Tiff kept coming to me telling me how hot Susan was, and I was like, yes, are you kidding me? Like, big ol' hard eyes, like real gay. Then later on in the night when it was raining and we were all dancing, at one point Susan was like dancing on me, which first of all, real big gay moment for me. She was one of those girls who did like hula hooping and stuff, and so she was doing that, and when she wore, okay, I in my tutu wore like leggings or shorts or something underneath, I don't remember, but she literally just wore a thong in her tutu, and then when it was raining she was dancing like on me, like grinding on me and rubbing her butt all over me. Hugest gay moment of that entire year of my life, let me just say. Anyway, but so she was I'm not intended. I hate myself, it's fine. At one point, when Susan was dancing on me, she turned around and we started like dancing together, kind of like this or whatever. I don't really remember, but we were dancing, and she's like, hey, so I think Tiff is really hot. And I was like, oh, same, yeah, like she's real hot. And I thought it was kind of funny because, like I said, Tiff had been telling me all day how hot she thought Susan was, and all Susan's telling me how hot she thinks Tiff is, and I'm sitting here like, oh, that's funny. And so I told her, you know, I was like, oh yeah, oh my god, she's real hot. Also, it's funny because she was telling me earlier that she thinks you're hot, so. And I did that not trying to be like, let me air your dirty laundry, but trying to be like, I mean, listen, if you want to do something, she's down. Because even though I had a crush on them both, I'm a good friend. I don't know, but I don't know. I wanted to be helpful. I wanted to see more gay shit happen. So I was like, yeah, she thinks you're really hot too. That's funny. Like, you know, go talk about it. I don't know. And I remember Susan being like, really? And I was like, yeah, like she's been saying it like all day. Why? And she's like, no, like I think she's really hot. And I'm like, okay, but also thinking like, but you have a boyfriend, but all right, whatever. As far as I knew, they weren't poly or anything, so I was like, okay, whatever. But I was like, yeah, you know, it is a thing. And then she's like, okay, cool, cool, cool. And then I noticed later on throughout the night, she started losing more and more clothing. She was trying to do hula hooping like in the rain. I saw her at one point go up to Tiff and start trying to like dirty dance on her, and I'm sitting here like, first of all, good shit. I'm very gay. But second of all, oh, hello. And at this point, I don't think Rick was there anymore. I think Rick had left way before Susan did, and she wound up riding home with us. I don't know why. Probably because he was a buzzkill, because he was a buzzkill anywhere he went. Hi, I hate Rick. Anyway, but yeah, when we got back, we were planning on like drinking and hanging out some more, and that's what we did. Actually, we wound up smoking instead of drinking, I believe. And Susan had like really good weed and like a really strong bong and whatever, and so we like smoked on her bong and then went in their room and we're hanging out, and they turned off the lights and they did this stupid ass thing all the time, and I was so enamored with it back then, and I look back and I'm like, you're stupid, it's not that hard, all you gotta do is this shit, like what do you mean? But they would like put on these gloves with little like clip-on lights at the ends of their fingers and like do like light shows with their fingers, like literally just, they were rave people, that's why they were into that, I think. But it was like rainbow lights, and they would just do like finger stuff, like so cool, like whoa, whoa, how cool is that? Oh my god, they were like badasses, like It's lights on the end of your fingers. It's fine. But whatever, we smoked and we were like all giggly or whatever, and then we were like hanging out in their room and they were doing that with the lights off, and we're all like, holy crap, that's so cool. And I remember Tiff was like sitting up on the bed and my friend and I were both sitting on the floor. And then we all started talking about like bedtime, you know, like Susan and Rick were definitely pushing hints like, oh wow, it's getting late. Are you guys tired? Oh, I'm so tired. And we're like not picking up on the hit at all because we were high. And then eventually I like started to notice and I was like, yeah, maybe we should go to bed. Like, this is weird. I feel bad. Maybe we're intruding. I don't know. So yeah, sure, let's go to my room. And we were planning on having Tiff just like sleep in my room. I mean, I had like just a twin size bed, so like there was only room for one of us on the bed, but she had said that she was gonna sleep on the floor or whatever. And Rick and Susan looked at Tiff when we were like getting ready to leave, and we're like, well, hey, where are you gonna sleep? And she was like, oh, I was just gonna sleep on the floor in Kai's room. And they were like, no, you should, there's actually a couch in the living room, you should sleep on the couch. And she's like, okay, cool. And they were like, yeah, it has a pull-out bed, but oh, you know what, now that I think about it, I don't actually know how to do the pull-out bed. First of all, you don't own a pull-out bed, like a pull-out couch or whatever you call those, I don't know, but the couches with the beds where you pull them out and like lay it out, they knew how to do it. Okay, I know now, at the very least, they knew how to do it. Second of all, you don't own one of those without knowing how to use the pull-out mattress. And third of all, I've never owned one of those in my life and I don't know how to do it. It's so simple. You take off the cushions, you grab the handle and you pull it out. That's it. But they're sitting there like, oh man, I just can't remember how to do it. Well, you know, you can sleep in here in our bed if you want, like it's big enough. And she's like, oh, are you guys sure? Like, I don't know about that. Like, I don't want to intrude or anything else. And they're like, no, you're fine. And then my friend and I are kind of like inching out like, all right, this is weird. We like went into my room. Tiff wound up staying the night in their bed, and apparently at like 2 in the morning, my friend told me in the morning that there were moans coming from their room. I woke up in the morning and Tiff wasn't actually in our room, which of course, and she came in and like we were doing her makeup together and she was like, so I had a threesome last night. My friend was like, yeah, I heard you guys. And she was like, oh no. And I'm like, wait, no, wait. What happened? Apparently, she was in bed with them, right? And she was like trying to go to sleep and they were like talking and whatever. And then Susan like started talking about how hot Rick was. And then she looked at Tiff and was like, hey, don't you think Rick's hot? And Tiff's like, what? And Susan's like, yeah, you can tell him he's hot. It's okay. And she's like, I mean, like, you are hot, but like, I don't want to be like that person. Like, it's fine, you know, I know you guys are together. And then they're like, no, it's fine. And then Susan kept asking Tiff if she wanted to kiss Rick. And again, Tiff was like, what's going on? Like, why do you want me to kiss him? And she's like, no, trust me, it's fine. You can kiss him, And so she kisses him, and then Susan turns her over and kisses her. And then they, you know, proceed as you would when you're trying to have a threesome. Yeah, honestly I was expecting the story to be a little bit longer, but that's really all there is to it. Yeah, that's it. I like how I say that, but it's probably still like a 20-minute video. So yeah, that's the story of how I got my friend into a threesome with my roommates. I don't really know what else there is to say. Yeah, it was kind of a weird experience. We never really talked about it again, and I think that Tiff is still friends with Susan on Facebook. I'm pretty sure, or at least they were for a while. I never like messaged her and was like, hey, by the way, Susan's a bitch and I hate her. Like, I never said any of that. That's the crazy thing too. It was so early on into me living at that place and also into my friendship with Tiff. It was the first time we'd ever met in person, and then I got her like to sleep with my roommates. But yeah, like, what? So yeah, I guess that's all for this story. Wow, who am I telling a story like quickly with no like excessive backstory? I don't know who I am anymore either. Anyway, thank you guys so much for watching, especially to this week's shout of the week across the screen right here. You're not just spirit fingers, you're spirit fingers, and you're gold. That was a poor attempt at a reference I used to make all the time in high school to Bring It On, and I only ever watched one of those movies, and it was like when it came on TV, and I didn't even see all of it, and then there were like commercial breaks in between, but I always made that reference, you know, the like, these aren't spirit fingers, these are spirit fingers, and these are gold. And that reference might have even come from a commercial for another Bring It On movie, and I only ever watched the one, but I don't remember which one it was that I watched, but anyway, it was not even a thing. The point was that was a failed joke. Anyway, thank you guys so much for watching. I love each and every one of you. Please don't forget to subscribe to this channel if you have not already. Give me those thumbs and share this video if you like me. Don't know what that motion was, But I guess I'm running toward my computer to hit that share button like you should be right now. Click. I hate myself. Who have I become? Oh my god, okay. I've had too much caffeine today. Not a sentence I say ever, but that's all for today. Thank you guys so much for watching. I don't know how many times I'm gonna say that, like a million probably. Anyway, that's all for today. Stay cool, my dudes, and I'll see you next time.
Why are you such a copycat?
I was hoping that this ice would still taste like pumpkin spice and that rhymed. Not on purpose. But I drank most of the syrup the first time around and now it just tastes like not pumpkin spice and I'm sad. I know I'm basic. It's fine. I own it. Bye.